Howdy, folks. Welcome back to Outer Wilds, Echoes of the Eye. Give me just one moment to hop into the game and we'll get started here. Alright, so where we left off, we've got two moons right about, or moon very close, and I mean, that's the same size, so it looks like a moon. Where we left off is I'm trying to figure out the glitches for the underground areas, or the not underground, the dream areas, I believe. So, been working on that last episode. Um, Found out a few different things. So, just looking at my notes here. Where were they? So, this. Okay, so this glitch was sailing through a tunnel. Once it all unloads, you can step off the boat and then you will fall through. So, into a alternate area and you'll be able to stand on the water. I remember that one. The second one was... Okay, so if the bell rings and everything's normal, then as we've experienced, you're removed from... I keep wanting to say it's a dream world, but I guess it's a not alternate reality. What am I thinking of? A digital reality. So if everything's normal, the bell goes off, you wake up, you return to the world. If the bell goes off and the body is dead, you stay in the world. So I haven't found a use for that yet. Um, or I mean, I think I have found a use for that in one spot, but I'm not sure how to accomplish it yet. I've been doing a little thinking, but maybe something will come to me during the session tonight. Um, so we found that out. Then there's a third one, which I guess is in the Endless Canyon, right? Or no, in the Hidden Gorge. So there's a secret location, which I still need to go to. Um, where did it show me that? Was it here? Yeah. So there's a building attached to the side here. I need to figure out how to get into that and learn something new from that. So we've got. I'm kind of viewing this in parallel with the first part of the game, where it teaches you how to get to the moon, or it teaches you how the quantum physics work in the game. So this is teaching me the glitches that I will probably have to use to find everything that I need to know. So I've found two of them so far. This one will teach me something else, which will then, I'm guessing it'll have some slides for me to see the entirety of, and then show me a third glitch, or I suppose a fourth one, because, I mean, there's the three glitches here, and then there's the one where if you step outside of the light's radius, you can, you basically get the matrix view, where you can see everything going on, the code, you can see where enemies are. You can see bridges that are invisible, that sort of thing. So I think I need to find out how to get into this building, which will unlock a third slide burning room, which will then lead to a forbidden archive in the Endless Canyon. So that's what I'm going to be working on next. I went back to last week's video. I wrote down the other password that I found in that room, so I don't have to go back through all that again. But writing it down now makes me think that that's a password that is in two different places, and I have probably unlocked the door for that already. So I'll have to take a quick look at that as well. Other than that, we're getting pretty close to the end. Um, of course, once I finish whatever's going on here, I will want to go back to the original, the original ending, and see what extra stuff appears. Because it seemed like there was so much more that I could do, but I don't know if I have to do everything resets per loop. So in order to do that, I'd probably have to speed run this part, get to a finale or some such with this part, and then go back into my solar system outside of this ship and go through that as well. Otherwise, every cycle things reset. And depending on how it goes, I may leave that for us an extra session or something. Like something I talked about earlier is I kind of want to go through, see what the achievements are, and try to work through some of those or all of those, depending on how long it would take. So, I saw in there that it's an achievement to land on the sun station with the ship. So, challenging things like that, I kind of want to go and do, and maybe see alternate endings, that sort of thing. But for now, I just want to focus on finding out these last few clues and then opening the sealed vault, I guess, and see what that does for us. Nope, I can't do this yet. I need to mark that first. Otherwise, it's really hard to find. Even though it's been basically right in front of us the entire game. Which is kind of funny. It's hidden, but every time you blast off, you are basically looking right at the stranger. The other thing I think I will need to do is, I'm sure that there's some reason to use alternate entrances. I've got an elevator back behind over there that leads to the dam, and there is a alternate entrance outside the ship, which interesting. Just standing in a way where the light wouldn't hit anything. Um, but like one entrance leads to the top of the dam there. There's another entrance that leads to a locked area that has an artifact in it, but I'm not certain if I need to go there. But we'll see. One of those may have been just one-time things, not necessary, because you can just get to them, or get to those places fairly easily otherwise. Alright, so we've got the artifact. We are heading to the canyon. Oop. Running into a few things. It's been a week since I played, of course, so a little rusty on the controls. But try not to get into too much trouble because of that. Alright, so heading over this way. And I gotta mention it, the music in this game is great. I love how all these different music things interact. You know, when you're viewing the slides, it kind of adds a feel to what you're looking at. You know, you've got this theme while you're just traveling down the river here. And of course, the theme at the end of every cycle that lets you know, hey, your time's just about up. Time to go to a new cycle. Oh, and of course the ending theme, which is wonderful. Okay, now this is the way I have to go to get up there. Call the elevator or lift, as you will. I'll have to figure out what I need to do to get into that portion of the building, because it is just attached on the side, but it doesn't seem like there's really any alternate way in. Like maybe it's through the through the wall over here. Because you don't go in through the top. It is like all the way over there, so the rock kind of covers it up. So maybe there's an alternate way through on the other side of the mountain. So if I go over here, like again, it is right up there. Let me put that down for a second. Can I get any information from this? Maybe not. Maybe from... I think I tried this before. Right. That happens. And if I try to get in over here, I think I need to try a different way. Um, okay, there is a doorway right there. So I just need to get up there. Oops. Well, that's unfortunate. Not sure there is any way for me to get back up there. So, and I've also lost my artifact, so because I set it down. So let me see if I can go over here. Because I just want to double check the password for this door over here. Alright, it was this way. Yeah. Let me see here. It was... Yeah. Okay, so that password I already knew. I'm not sure why it lists it in two places, so I can find it down here. I think it gives the password right here. Yeah. And then it also gives that password in the secret area. So, I mean, I guess they... Like, that tells me that this is important enough to the story that they give the password in two separate places. Which means that there's probably something I have to do here. But I don't know at the moment what that would be. Maybe I have to get here before the power goes out? I mean, I don't think... Actually... So this is a representation of the ship. On one side, you've got nothing. On the other side, you have the solar panels, all the green panels over there. Now, I believe I arrive on that side. And this is on the alternate side. I'm not sure if that is something I can actually get to anymore. Like, I may have to... Like, okay, so the first time I got here, I arrived on this side because I went out to the the thing orbiting this solar system. Oops. And got a view of this. Like, this is... Obviously, the solar panels are always facing the sun. So when I approach this place from home, I will always arrive over this on this side. So if I might have to fly past it and come in from this direction. So I have to fly in this way to get to any of this stuff. And I think, like, this looks like it is a central pillar on that side of the ship, which could be this here. I don't know. Let's see, how far does... Like, it doesn't seem to stick out all that much. Like... Oh, you know what? All of these panels flicker. Whoop. That was loud in my ear. Sorry about that. Again, I am... volume for me is like much higher than what I have set for you guys because I'm a little hard of hearing. But that, of course, being right here, wasn't expecting it. I mean, I was expecting it. I just wasn't expecting it at that point. So sorry for the the bit of a shake that I had when I did that. But okay, so at the like 5 minute mark, I know every cycle is 22 minutes. I kind of see the lights flicker at 5, the dam breaks at 10, and then everything else happens at 22. And that sort of thing. When the lights flicker, all of these panels flicker as well. So I might have to get here. Like, this is an energy panel, so I might have to get to this room and then fly through this at the moment of flickering. I'm not certain. Of course, once again, I could probably just approach from this angle and see what this pillar is, because this looks like it looks like where we are currently at. We're about right here. This looks like it extends, you know, a distance equal to half of this area in here. So it should, you know, extend quite a bit out that direction. And I don't really have a good angle of viewing that from here. But there's probably something out there that I need to access. So I think next cycle, or no, not next cycle, one of the cycles I'm going to have to just fly around, come this way. But since I dropped all my stuff and fell through a hole in the ground, I'm going to need to restart the cycle and try again. All right. So that was a little bit of fault on my end. But I did find out that the password was an extra password that I already had. But again, like, out of everything that I can think of, that's the... Well, out of everything in The Stranger, I guess, that's the first instance where a piece of information is given twice. In the base game, of course, I have gone to multiple places where they have those chat logs, I guess, and I have read multiple things from multiple sites there. So it's not that big of a thing in the normal part. But here, like I said, I think that just makes it seem much more important. Unless, of course, I've missed passwords in other areas. That could also be a case. There we go. I might be able to get to that side through there, actually. Because as I had explored one time before, I did find that other building on that side of the ship that was where I entered the ship the very first time, because, as I said, I came in from that direction. I went to the, oops, need to push the ship first. I came in from the Scout probe that's orbiting the solar system. Alright. So back to the canyon. Not really sure if there is a fast way to get to the canyon. It doesn't seem like it. Like, the only two entrances I've discovered were for the last area of the ship. So, we'll see what we can find. Oh. And a bit rough for some reason. And again, this doesn't seem to be too difficult to traverse at this point in time. There we go. So it seems like there's a way in, or there's a doorway over there. So I need to figure out how to get to that. And it seems like trying to jump upward isn't going to work because it's just a little too high. So I'll have to find another way in. So, wonder what the best way would be. Because I can't go through there. Maybe... Is there a hole in the wall over here? No. Let's just head over there and have a look around again. I might be on this bit for a cycle or two if I can't figure it out. Just because and this is an important thing. So... Actually... So this brings me back down here. That's open again. So if I just loop around again, then I should be able to just drop in instead. I gotta say, I like puzzle games. I just need to learn how to be a little more patient on my end when streaming, because I get that's the whole reason why I don't take as much time on a puzzle. Yeah, see, that entire grid just shuts down when that happens. So I could probably jump through it. But that's the reason why I don't take as much time as I would like on puzzles sometimes. Because I'm worried that I'm just not making any progress, and you know, I don't know. I feel like I'm just not progressing as fast as I should be for. Okay, hold on. So this is going to close. There is a light on that. So I'm probably going to have to... let me drop this a moment. Probably going to have to use that to open the door again. But you know what? Just leave this artifact out here. Gonna need to pick it up anyway. Lantern I'm probably going to need as well. Oh, but not right there, because that'll make it always be light. Oh. There we are. Now I can remove that. All right, and there we go. Where am I going? Back this way. Alright, I can't see anything. Alright, and that brings us to another viewing room, which we've been in before. So we can put this there. And the door is back here. I'm just doing this because this is where the lantern is that I know I left behind. And then I do want to come back for the artifact real quick as well. Because at this point, I will be making progress. Where am I going? There's the stairs. I will be making progress, so I don't have a problem with restarting the cycle if I need to. But also, keep missing the door. One way or the other, I keep missing what I'm going for. Alright, so this is pretty much the only artifact I have access to at the moment. Alright, let's go take a look at the reel. This time I've got my light on so I can see where I'm going. And you guys can see where I'm going. Okay, so this is the third seal. And this should be an unburned reel, I think. So, here we are. Handing off the seal number 3 to somebody who comes to a stage. I've seen this somewhere before. Gonna have to figure out where this was. And there's an invisible bridge that goes straight across. They turn out the lights. Then there's a room. I've seen this room as well, where there is a picture of a tree. Lights go out, you can go through. Okay. And that is in the dream world. So let me see if I can get out of here. Just have a quick look around for the rest of this cycle. We're not even to the dam breaking part yet, so it's all good. Plenty of time. This one. Alright, so this is the third area. Just doze off here. Wake up in the dream. Right. No spacesuit. Candles. Looking around for candles. Getting some stuff lit up. Remind myself of what all is here. Now I know for certain there are bridges. So, like if I go back over here, that's the sound of the first group going away. So, like if I go over here, I did know about invisible bridges because I had found some in this area. So, like there's this bridge right over here, which leads right to an elevator. And then there's one on the alternate side as well, I believe. There's not that much area to walk over here, so I can't tell at this moment. So let me put this over here this time, since I can see where I'm going at this point. And there's a bridge right there. And that, I'm not sure what that leads to. Let me have a quick look around here. Oh, there's one of... Is that the thing that I just saw? Yeah, okay. So that's the bridge that I just saw in the reel. And that's what I need to get to. So let me go back for my lantern. And if things go as the way they have been, as soon as I do something, and probably as soon as I turn out the lights, that's going to notify a bunch of residents that that somebody's here, and I will have to then play hide and seek. And I believe that they can come through any of those doors like that. Like there's probably that is a room right there. So one of them will probably come through here at some point. Especially since I have to come over here. Alright, so this is where they walked across. Oh, but there's more to it than that. What's back here? Oh. Okay. Is that a one-way door? No, it's not. Okay, so that is a shortcut to do this. Which again makes me think that... Well, no. In this case, it's... Oh, well. It's the way I have to go because I can't jump up that ledge. Never mind. So that's going to put all the lights out. Because of that, I want to put that down and have a look around and see where all these folk are. Because I need to get down there, I believe. So there's one upstairs. I do need to get this first. So this isn't really the right way to do things, because I need to get in there, get this bridge, and go down that way, I think. Yeah, because I need to teleport over there, go around in there. Alright. Good to know I didn't quite do this in the correct order. Gives me... it's the reason why I was doing this in the middle of the loop, so I could have... What did I just see there? Nothing. Okay. I could have a little bit of information before wasting a loop and having to come back here. But also... Like, there is... this over here. So what does this do for me? So this is a two-way thing. This goes directly over to the elevator, which goes down to the boat. I haven't quite figured out the reason for that yet. So, like, there's a quick way to get to the boat, or a way to get to the boat, I guess, in every area. And I don't quite know. What was that? Like, that sounded like the first one when the dam broke. That sounded like more. Okay, that is the end of the cycle. Alright, they're still walking around here. So something happens right before this music starts, and more of their lights get extinguished somewhere. Oh, you know what it is? That's when the central tower topples over on its side. So the second area loses all of their guardsmen at this point. Which means that there might actually be something I need to do in the second area in these last moments. I mean, again, just speculation, but we'll see. And another thing I do have to keep in mind is that line of thinking might not lead to solving the puzzle. That might just lead to an Easter egg ending, like causing a paradox, or, you know, the permanent ending where these cycles no longer continue, but you don't succeed, that sort of thing. Alright, so let's get back there. Let's actually take a look at the log. Yeah. As I thought, I unlocked this stuff. It's a room full of burned slide reels. As usual, found a hidden slide reel. Lights are extinguished and the figure carries the container to a secret passage, which is probably going to be the mural is probably going to be burned out just like all the others. Then this one carries the container to a secret passage behind the mirror of a large tree. Okay. Oops, that's not what I wanted. So, gotta go back there again. And as I mentioned, I don't think there is a quick way, or at least not a quicker way, to get to the that zone. Because I can't even go from like the first or second zone. Because I just can't use the elevator to get into that house, so I have to actually sail to the third zone and go in the normal way. Which is why the docks are so confusing to me at the moment, because I'm just not seeing a reason to be able to do that. Yep. There we go. Alright, to the third area. Then, of course, we have to figure out the actual puzzle. Once we have all the pieces. Because it's not enough to just have the pieces. You gotta figure out how they fit together. Oh. Rocking the boat. Luckily, it seems like I stay fairly well in place when that happens. So as long as I don't flip the boat, it should be okay. And I realize I could just let the boat travel down the river at its own pace, but it is slower. And I need as much time as I can possibly get, I think. All right. Over this way. This time we can just go directly into the dream world. Up here and into here. This one again. That's another thing I need to do, though, is I need to check these rooms by removing all the lights. I think I checked one or two of them. Because, like, yes, this is a secret passage, but like, there's probably more. There's a light up there. So there... I think it's possible that there might be another entrance like this one that we used to get down here. Then again, you know, it might just appear in here if there was. And, well, I suppose there is, because there's that right there. Alright, let's light up the candles in the area, because it will be getting dark here once I turn the lights off. Oh, and I suppose I need to light this up anyway. So there we go. you know what the alternate route over there might be for? Is maybe if I need to take this bridge out for some reason. Alright, now again, I forget where I need to go here. I think this is the wrong way. I need to go this way. To go inside. Yeah, I need to get that lit up. And for that, I go down here, zip across here. Then there's that guy watching the video. We don't need to worry about that. I don't think yet. Just need to go up here. No, not there. Where am I trying to go? Over here. There we are. To get that turned on. Then I can go over here and get back to the other side. Like so. Now I have this. Oh, but you know what? If I turn out all the lights, these are going to turn out as well. So, that makes a little more sense. I'm going to have to come through here and down here and across here and avoid people. So here's another door. There's going to be one probably... I don't know where they're going to go. Like, I mean, there's that one there. I'm going to have to be careful because there is water in the area. Maybe I should have a better look around here, see what's going on. So there's two doors over there, so could probably be one circling through here. That guy's gonna stop watching his movie and probably come out here somewhere. No. Doesn't look like there's any way out over here. But then I'm gonna have to come through over here. Probably, yep, there's a door there. I'm gonna have to make it over here. Any other doors? I guess I'll just have to see. They're gonna get me a lot. That's all I can say. They're gonna catch me, they're gonna extinguish the lantern, and I'm gonna have to do this over and over a few times, just like the last session. But I'm kind of trying to get a idea of what I need to do so I don't get lost. So I need to teleport over there, go through there, up both things of stairs. That gets me here. And there's a door that they can come through. And there's another one over there somewhere, I think. Right there. there's going to be one in here somewhere. Going to need to come through there, go this way, and it's all going to be in the dark. So I'm not going to be able to see what I'm doing. I may just need to make a run for it. Hope that they can't catch me. Okay. That makes this a little trickier. So go through there, get this turned on. Then what am I doing over here? Maybe going this way? No, this is... This is the way down to the docks. I do not need to go this way. At least I don't think so. There's an interesting thing over there, though. I don't remember turning that candle on. Hold on. Let me check something out. Alright, that's the dam breaking. There is another one there. So I need to probably... Where am I going? Go this way. So I have to go down the stairs, down these stairs, over here into this room. Oh, right. And then this is the thing with the tree on it. Okay. Let me see how difficult this is going to be. Probably pretty difficult. I'm lost again. I think this way. Where did I leave my lantern? It's over there. Alright. Probably wasted too much time in this cycle to do anything. But now I know exactly what I need to do. It's just a matter of remembering it. Okay, so back over here. Nope, I'm forgetting. Okay, need to go upstairs. Across the way. Upstairs. I'm already forgetting the plan. It's not good. Alright, over here. Turn out all the lights. Go back in here. Go out through here. Now, as far as I could tell, there's only 1 upstairs. And there's that, like, static noise. I'm not really sure what that is. All right. Okay. Oh, he heard me. He got me. And I didn't see him right away, so. Okay. Light should be off. And I may have done that part too quickly. I kind of need to lead him around in a loop. Oh, the lights are off. Okay. Saw some lights on, so I wasn't certain. Like, I think that kind of staticky noise that I hear means that there's one close by. So there's one right there. Need him to come this way a bit. Yep. And I can go upstairs. I've probably lost him. There's probably one. I think I've gone the wrong way. Yeah, I've gone the wrong way. All right. Yep, there he is. He got me again. But I got the light on. So I think that means I don't need to go back through there. So this time, should be able to just go this way. Lights are on, and go across this way. Nope, this is the wrong way. I apologize that it's really dark and can't see anything. That's just... oh. That is the way I want to go. Okay. I made it over here. Hopefully there's nothing for me to get through over here. Yeah, okay, and this is storage. I I should be safe in here at this point. The music gets really loud in here for some reason. Alright, and there's a door. So I put the artifact there. This opens up. I've got 2 slide rails. So there's a door here as well. So put this in first. This is the artifact reel. And it should be unburned. So this is, they're looking at our solar system, or possibly they have flown to this solar system. They come into a viewing room, and they just reminisce about... Okay, so this must be after they sealed away the eye, and so now that they're stuck here, and so they're mourning the fact that they can't go home. So what are they doing? So they're using their technology. They're building a simulation of their home. Okay. And they work a way to be in a dream state in their home. And time passes, I'm guessing. And they just either decide or didn't think about making a way to wake up. They're tall. I'm not. Alright. And now this is a 3rd or 4th glitch in the program. So here we are walking along again. We're zooming out. There's the bubble. Oh, is this going to be just telling us about the bubble? Okay. So I guess I kind of found that one out on my own. Okay. So there are only 3 things, or 3 bugs to make use of. Although, so that opens that up. There is a door right here. Would I be able to? That's a slide. That's not what I wanted. Move this. Go in here. Yes. And I can jump out. But there's a couple of doors in here which make me think that they could get in here somehow. Or it leads to something. Okay, so. Hello, welcome. First time playing the game. I am, I think, nearing the end of the DLC. But, not exactly certain, of course. my overview so far, I love the game. Um, oh, but let me just jump into the river real quick to escape. Um, so don't know how much you know about the game. Uh, Overview on what I know in the DLC. Okay, so here, let me just reset the loop so it's easy to see. I'll go to my information in the ship, so you can have a bit of an overview that way. Yep, ship computer. Uh, I am nearing the end of the DLC, I think. There's not much left for me to discover. I've discovered all three at this point. All three glitches in the system. So I now need to use that information to solve the puzzles. So let me just head right up here. And get my suit on so I don't forget. So here we are. Got most of the information. I just really need to put it to use. This is what I just learned. But it does say that there's more to explore here. So I didn't learn everything. The technique of stepping outside the bubble I kind of did on accident, so I learned that one earlier. I learned these two other abilities. Any ideas on how to continue? So I know that there's the sealed vault. I know that there are 3 pedestals with passwords that I need to unlock them. And I believe I need to use each of these glitches to get each of those passwords in some way. So I think that is the final part that I need to figure out. Other than that, there might be a few things like whatever I missed here. There's the probe or the ship that they built to send out to stop the signal of the eye that might be an extra thing to do, because it doesn't seem, at least not yet, it doesn't seem like that is an important thing to unravel the story of what's going on. It might just be a little bit of an extra thing to do to get a different ending, perhaps, is my guess. What else? There, another puzzle I haven't quite figured out, and it may not be something I need, is, do you think you can get there again to resolve the missing tag? Oh, yeah. For this area, the thing that I'm missing, I think I can get here again. I just don't know what I'm missing quite yet. So let me read through this real quick. So, library full of intact slide reels hidden deep underground. I found a slide reel that shows the stranger's inhabitants congregating around a strange green fire. Intact slides reveal the creation of a simulated reality modeled after their own moon. I found a slide reel that appears to be some sort of error report. Shows one of the stranger's inhabitants dropping their artifact on the ground and walk beyond its projection radius. Okay, so I can get there again. So, whoops. Let me just go back then. and I'll have to do this again. So it shouldn't be too difficult. It seems easier than some of the other ones. I know what you missed. It's important, but easy to miss. Just look around and more. Okay. Uh, I certainly wouldn't mind having the little bit of help that for the information I missed. As long as it's not like too spoilerish, I guess. I, I don't mind spoilers if they are like asked for or to help progress. If I'm stuck, that sort of thing. So, it'll take me a minute or two to get back there and find. Excuse me. I will find if I go again. Okay. Well, let's get back there then. I have had quite a few loops, so and then there's a couple things I missed in the main game as well, but I figure I might go back and do some of that after I finish the game again. Or, I say again, finish the DLC ending. Like there were some things in the did a lot of loops yourself. Did you finish the original game before starting? Yes, I did finish the original game. Saw, I'm guessing, one of a couple different endings that there could be. One of the things I did in my ending is I launched my scout probe into the big portal before going to the eye. And so at the end of the game, it kind of showed you the scout probe kind of flying by in the ending screen. So, well, that the eye is what they call it. I forget what it if it has an actual name. I've just been calling it the eye too much, I guess. The yeah, that's what they call it, the echoes of the eye. The big um, big objective at the end of the game that everyone was trying to get to. All right. Sorry. Just trying to get back to here again. Okay. But yes, I guess long story short, please speak. I just won't give background info. Okay. So let me see here. You mean about the original ending or just what I've done so far? Both? Okay. So I think like I only did the ending once, so and it was a little bit ago, so my my thoughts on this might be a little hazy since it's been so many weeks. Um, and also because I'm trying to get back to this place as well. Um, let's see, is this what I need to do first? Yes. Um, So I got what I believe is the original ending. I made it to the moon, the wandering moon. Talked with the person that was there, the one that was dead but not dead. Got a whole bunch of information from them. Uh, Found out where their ship had crashed in the Tangle. What is it called? The Bramble. Uh, and then removed the core from their ship and brought it to where it needed to go to. Uh, or no, I removed it from their project. Sorry. I removed it from the project and brought it to their ship, which then teleported me to the Eye. And then that um, brought me to the end of the game. Uh, had a whole bunch of puzzles that had to grab a whole bunch of stuff, and then do I know what the project was? Yes, the project was the 22-minute cycle that is happening. Um, uh, Basically sending uh, my mind back in time 22 minutes. Um, Off the top of my head, I forget why, but let's see, I need to go downstairs here. Um, where am I? Okay, so I need to go that way. Sorry, got a few things to think about at the moment. This is where the hide and seek begins. I forget off the top of my head why they did it. Um, yeah, well, thank you for saying that, but um, when they do catch me, I will go like that a lot, just because there's a loud noise that happens as they scream into my ear. All right, I think I need to go this way. There's one around here somewhere. So come on this way. That's right. There you are. Actually, there we go. I don't need to escape you. You're just gonna blow out the candle and put me back where I need to go. To run it 20 times and hope they didn't see me. Well, sometimes it's okay if they see you. You know, like right here, I learned that once I get the lights turned on, it's okay if he catches me, because then I get sent back over here and I don't have to worry about dodging everyone again. I can just go to where I need to go. The sound just made. Yeah, and like I said, usually if they catch me, if you watch back some of the things, where am I going? I'm going downstairs. Uh, you'll see my hand on the mouse shake because it's a loud noise in my ear. Which way am I going? Is it this way? Nope, that's the wrong way. That leads to the dock. Need to go down here. And I do have to say, I'm doing better this time around than I have in previous ones. Alright, there you are. I just need to go across here. All right. Um, it's a good revelation downstairs experience. Yep. But like, I was also stuck. You know, there were a couple, like six. Also, this music is really loud in here for some reason. I don't know why. I think it's this that I'm missing. Epic music for important. True. True enough. Okay, I suppose it would make sense that in here it teaches me this, so I have to drop the artifact. Because, yeah, I had forgotten completely about this. Oh, that also would have gotten me if I hadn't have looked. It's in the records room. I believe this is the records room. Also, that's interesting over there. Oh, I mean, there's not too much at this point, but I didn't realize that this is probably looking at the four record room areas, or the three. Can't quite see that one over there. Or, like, that's. No, that is the fourth area where the three passcodes need to go into, because that's a light shining down from above that I can't turn off. So, alright, but here I need to go up to that light and then over that way. So let me grab my lantern again. That was the 5-minute mark noise where the power kind of fluctuates. No, it's not quite the dam. Because you don't. The dam happens in a few minutes. Um, when the dam breaks and the water floods through, while I'm in this zone, actually, never mind. You're probably right. That is probably the dam. Yeah. Okay. Maybe it's because I'm in this room, but usually there's a screeching sound when the dam breaks because the first area gets flooded, and that dozen or however many there are sleeping there, all of their lights get extinguished, and so you hear the scream of them basically getting extinguished. And yeah, I kind of figured this was burned out as all the others have been. There was a screeching sound. Okay, I just missed it then. Alright, let me put this back down over here, because I realize I can get a better angled view after crossing the bridges. Just want to have a look around in here while I'm here. So from over here, there's another slide in the slide room. Okay. Not sure what that is. Maybe I need to move the lights. Alright, let me go back over here. If there's another slide. I did find 2 slides. So, let me see. So I found this one, which was them bringing that thing that I just looked at here Then there's this one up here they have to jump for to reach it. I don't see a third slide. So let me just have a look around just to be sure. Was it just these two? One is the unburnt slide, and the other one is the one that shows you how the glitch works. Is that what you were thinking of? And of course, there's all of those everywhere that are just did you watch both slides? Yes. It may have been that I just didn't open the burn. That I didn't open that thing. But I didn't see a journal update. So I'm just kind of having a look around some more. Just to be sure. Okay, and that could be it, you know. I could definitely see that being the case. But yeah, I did look at both of those slides. But, you know, just to be sure, let me do this. So this was the slide. They came in here, they looked at their world, they decided to recreate their world. And then go to sleep and live in their digital world. And then it repeats. And then this one, which, try this. There we go. I'm short, or they're tall, so I gotta jump to reach it. Yeah, forever. And then this one, maybe I didn't go all the way through it. This one shows me they're walking in, the lights bubble, they step out of it, and that's how that works. So, I did look through those. Yep, and I know this one. So the three things that I learned, which you know, you can step out of the bubble to see the Matrix view. When traveling through a tunnel, you can jump off the boat and you will fall through the non-existent world and land on some water, which I only tried to see if I could do it. I haven't done anything with it yet. And then there's a third one that shows that while you're alive, if the bell goes off, you'll be removed from this dream world. If your body is not alive and the bell goes off, you will not be removed from the dream world. And so now I need to use these three things to figure out the puzzles. Use the knowledge of the forbidden libraries. Exactly. Alright, so maybe I wish I could. Yeah. Not quite. So obviously I've tested this one where you set it down and you walk out. I have tested the boat one, but I've only been shown. That's true. Just jump in the water. I've only been shown, you know, let's make sure it is actually water that I'm jumping into. There is... It's my flashlight. There we are. The one where you survive, uh, or you stay in the dream world, um, even if your body has passed on. I've only learned that you can do that. I haven't tested to see how it works. What I'm doing right now is I'm making sure that there aren't any extra doors in here other than that one. It doesn't seem like it because they're all darkened. Um, so now I just need to figure out how to put it all together. And I think I need to go to the last area to do that. Testing all doors, exactly. Because there's been multiple times now where it's shown that you can go through multiples of these. And since this was one of those towers where in the dream world I faced through one of these other ones, like this one here, actually. Okay, I can't just walk through it. I needed to double check. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing one of these doorways, because that's what I was stuck on for the longest time, is in the big tower. That one that's fallen over. Just do what you think you need to do. Exactly. That's where I'm at this point. So there was a point where there were lights on in that tower. I needed to figure out how to turn them off. I was off exploring other things, thinking that was something else I could leave for later. And I just didn't do it right away. Once I did it, it brought me to a room that said, hey, there's hidden stuff here, here, and here. And then that was the puzzle I needed to solve in order to figure out all the stuff that I was missing. So once I had that knowledge, I went looking for the hidden areas. It showed me how to get into the Dream World house in the first area where they all congregate. And I was able... Oh, that was... Thank you for the follow. I'm not used to that noise yet. I appreciate it. Okay, let's see. Back up here. So... And this may take me a couple of cycles to get through. But first, let's check here. Okay. That did not... Oh, it did. It's a container marked with one of the vault seals, but its contents have been destroyed. Okay. And that was the thing that I was missing. So, in the rest of this, as you can see, I have missed a little bit about the ruptured core on in the frozen shuttle. I've missed a little bit in the Sunless City, and I never actually made it to the Sun Station. But I found out the Sun Station... No, that's true. I do need to finish that stuff as well. And I think that's what I'm going to do. The rupture core is important, so do this. Rupture core is this one. So this is what I've found. So what the problem was is I couldn't figure out how to get into the center area where the ruptured core is. Sunless City is crumbs. Okay. Yeah. So I know that this was a big thing that I missed, but it seems like probably whatever it was trying to tell me, I probably already knew. Core is very important. Okay, I will plan to do that at some point. Because something I had mentioned in previous videos is I want to go through and see if I can do some of the achievements. I know there's an achievement to land on the sun station in your ship, which seems like it is fairly difficult. There's some other ones. I didn't want to take too close of a look at them because sometimes achievements can be a little spoilery. Um, but yeah, I need to figure out how to get in here because uh, I spent several attempts trying to get to the frozen core. My theory on the interloper. The interloper is uh, oops, that's not what I wanted. This view. The interloper. Okay, the interloper is the frozen comet that is orbiting and ends up crashing into the sun. Uh, the interloper, um, the comet, yeah. Uh, I know that it's one of the last things that happened to the what are the names? The Nomai? Is that the right name? So I saw in their journals they go through and of course build their project. They get a core ready. They're doing all this stuff. They're of course not looking for the eye anymore at this point. And right at the end, in one of their journals, I can't remember where it was. It might have been in the project itself because there is a lot of revealing information there. Um, Two or three of the Nomai detect an inbound thing, the interloper, and they go to check it out in their ship. They land on it, and then they're not heard from again. Um, I know that this ruptured core is well, this is what's inside the interloper. And of course, it's got a bunch of these ghost crystals all over. The interloper has a bunch of ghost stuff in it or on it. Um, just stay on the interloper for a loop. I tried that. One of my first attempts to go to the interloper. Uh, let's see. Is it this button? Yeah. So I had tried. Uh, there we go. I had tried to land on this immediately and do again after the DLC. I will. Um, and what happened was I was standing around kind of exploring how much time do I have tonight? I'm going to be going for at least another hour and 10 minutes. Uh, I try to go for at least 3 hours. If I'm in the middle of something, I'll go a little bit past that, but I find at the moment 3 hours is about as much as my voice can take before it starts uh, getting a little rough sounding. Sometimes when I talk, it kind of clenches up, as it feels like it's dry, and I have to repeat myself a couple times, or it gets like really like this a lot. if if I go for more than that. Um, But if I'm in the middle of something, I'll go for a little bit more than 3 hours. Um, and as I do this more, I've only been streaming since February, so this is fairly new for me. Um, as I go for longer, I'll try to make, a little bit longer sessions depending on what I'm playing. I find 3 hours is a decent amount of time. Sometimes, you know, if you look back at my YouTube videos, I do put these on as VODs in YouTube. So, if you're interested, feel free to have a look at them. Not quite. My longest stream was a little over 7 hours, and that's when I was just starting out Pokemon Scarlet because I was getting through the introduction. I was hunting down a bunch of Pokemon, got to the school, and then they threw a bunch of story at me, and I just couldn't find a good place to stop. So I ended up going for 7 hours and change for the first episode of Pokemon Scarlet, and man, my my voice was rough at the end of that. Um, but there was a few months in there where some games I was playing for 3 hours, some games I was playing for 6 hours, and then just one day I was just having trouble going past 3 hours. So I figured give my voice a little bit of a rest, just stick to 3 hours or as close to 3 hours as I can, and maybe go for longer runs in the future. But one of the things that happened when I was on the interloper, let's play more. Okay. One of the things that happened while I was on the interloper is it passes Giants Deep really close. And when it did that, I was just looking around. Oh, hold on. Oh no, I do have the stranger mark still. No, I don't. Hold on. Let me go back to this. Make sure that's the one I have set. Um, and as it passed Giants Deep, I was just thrown off. Um, nope, I still have the interloper marked. That's not what I want. All right. No. Nope. Get up out of the seat. Mark that. There it is. Gravity pulls the ship. Yeah. uh, but yeah, so I was just thrown right off of the interloper and had to restart my cycle. Um, but I've never tried. I don't think I shouldn't say never. I don't think I've tried to get on the interloper immediately. Um, so maybe one of these cycles I will have to try that. Okay, so what are we doing this cycle? Um, I need to go and try a few things out. The only artifacts I know are the couple that are in this building, and then there's like one in a building over there somewhere. But that requires you going in through a different entrance. I haven't found an advantage to going for that one yet. Yep. that's another thing I want to try is like so when the lights flicker like that, I notice this entire screen just flickers out. So I know where would it be? That building right there. That's where the little ship that they built is controlled. There's a little bit of a screen window there. I want to try to get to there before that 5 minute mark, which I can do by using that entrance and probably swimming across over there. Before this flickers out, because I think I could jump through that and end up out over on this side of the ship, which I haven't explored all that much. Try to solve the codes. Yes. Whoop. There's ghost matter right there. Gotta be careful. Let's try this. Okay. I think... Okay, so when the lights flicker, that's when the dam starts leaking. So something's going on. Oops, I need to push this first. Like, and it could just be that, you know, it's been a really long time for all of this and things are just starting to break down. I don't want to go into the first area for this because the first... I don't know if there's an official term for it. The first dream world gets flooded. So that's the worst tower to be in when everything happens. Because then it floods, my visor is open, and it's just not happy. So I'm gonna try this one first. And I'm gonna sail to the fourth zone that has all the codes and stuff. This one. That should get me there. Actually, what I can do... Does something else change with the flickering lights? Probably. A lot of stuff changes. So the dam starts leaking. The window flickers. An alarm goes off. Now what am I doing here? I think I'm going this way. Nope. I need to get that up to appear first. I'm sure there are many things that change when the lights flicker. What I'm trying to do now, I'm going to get on the boat and sail to the fourth zone. I know I could pass time until the fourth zone is revealed, but that gives me less time to check things out. So I want to have as much time to check things out as I can. And then do things from the... So each of these rooms that you can go... I refer to each zone as a room that you can go to sleep in. So this one is the second zone. I know they have... Where am I going? Not that way. I know they have specific names. I don't know what they are. But so, you know, each building that has these guys sleeping in them, I consider a zone. So the first building you can go into is the first zone. The big tower, which is the one that I went into here, I consider the second zone. The uh, uh the one that's high up uh, in the cliffs, I consider this the third zone, and then the vault itself I consider the fourth zone. Because when you sail through this, you stop at each and every one of them. Like, and here's another thing I haven't quite figured out is like, I can hop off here, but the elevator is up there, and there's no way to call it. So I'm not quite sure what benefit this is. What is needed for the fourth zone? I'm not really sure. I am actually going to jump off the boat in this darkness because I'm not sure if it matters which tunnel you go through. It might just lead to the same zone each time. I think. Okay. This is the same place. Have I gone to the fourth zone from the other side? Yes, I have uh, gone under the water and into the vault itself. And that's actually the first place. I love that the entire place just rocks to the side when that happens. I don't want to step off the water yet. I don't know if this is where I'm supposed to be. That is actually the first place that I learned it, because I was trying to figure things out. I think I was in the room with an artifact in hand, and oh, this is one of those hidden libraries, it looks like. I don't want to step off the water yet because I know if I step off the water, I can no longer walk on the water. So I'm just kind of walking around seeing what there is to see. First time I did this, there's a little bit of a waterfall. I think it's right over here. Yeah. I jumped off this, fell on the water, sank. Overall point. What am I doing in the Stranger? Okay, so I'm in the Stranger because the introduction of the DLC was one of the Harthians said, hey, I think there's something wrong with the probe. Went over to the probe, or somebody went over to the probe, checked it out. They're like, nope, everything's good. But that showed that the Stranger existed. And so, then the reason why I'm on the Stranger in the first place is curiosity. Because something... Where am I trying to go now? Okay, that is the... Right over there is the... I guess down here is... Let me think about this. So I guess the reason why I'm on the Stranger is curiosity. And then, of course, arriving on the Stranger, you find all this information, and so now you're just trying to figure out what's going on. As you do when you're stuck in an infinite loop of things, might as well look around and see what can be done. Okay, I want to go back to the... What is the thing on the Stranger I'm trying to solve? Okay, so I figured out that, of course, something happened it's they locked something away in a vault. I assume it's one of their own kind. My thoughts on it is the original in what are they called, the inhabitant here, the original one that saw the vision of the eye. They either locked them away uh, because of what he saw, because he's the reason that they came out toward the eye in the first place, or maybe just because of called strangers or owls, right? Owl elks. um, and so for some reason, he is locked away, or it. I don't. I don't recall if they mention gender for them, but that one, um, my thoughts on it, just from what I've learned, is that they're locked away in the vault and trying to figure out why. I'm guessing it's because he led them to the eye. They saw what the eye could do. They then contained the eye. They burned the building that they had built for the eye because of the horns. They do have genders. Okay. I suppose. Like, I see family portraits all over the place. So he's and she's. And in fact, there's one that only has one horn. I noticed that in some of the slide reels, and I found him in one of the sleeping chambers. But the reason why I think that there is one elk locked away is because in one of the Parthians don't have genders. Okay. Um, one bed in one of the sleeping chambers is empty. And since I haven't seen another one around, my assumption is that is the one that got locked away in the vault. And I'm guessing he's the one wearing red robes, because there's one wearing red robes in a lot of uh, the things that are that we see. All right, so the reason why I haven't been moving is I've been gesturing with my arms. I apologize. Okay, if I jump down here, I'm not getting back up without leaving. So this is the first one, right? Yeah. So this isn't where I wanted to be, but I just wanted to have a look around before I did anything. Perfect, not gonna lie. Okay, cool. I mean, I I try to figure things out as I see them. If you go back and watch my videos, you'll see every time I look at a room, it's time to meditate. Um, you'll see that every single time that I see a new reel that's been burned out in some places, I try to examine as much information out of them as I can, because only the center is burned, and you can kind of see things going on the edges around the burned area. So I was trying to make sense of them as I found them. So that's kind of the way I play games, is I try to solve the puzzle as I go. Why is I just saw the probe get shot that way out of the corner of my eye. Why is the glitch? Did you test everything out in the bounds area? Um, Probably not. I'm not sure if I tested everything in the out of bounds area. Is that the area I was just in? are you talking about outside of the light bounds? So when everything goes all bluish green? Because I have tested a few things in that. Okay. Jumping from the boat. Really what you just saw me doing is the extent of what I've done. So anything other than that, I have not done yet. A little bit of an angle. Oh well. Let's see here. I'm gonna go in this direction. Explore more there. Okay, I will do. No, this entrance isn't gonna help me. Would have been the other entrance if I had landed there instead. So we're going in the front door again. Okay, so and I missed it the first cycle. Oop. There we go. Explore more there. Okay, so what I have learned from that is that when I do go off the boat, it seems to take me to the same place each time. Which, from looking at it from that third forbidden library, seems to be in the middle, like the three forbidden libraries and the vault zone seem to share an area together. It's enough for me to get back into the water? Yes. Other than that, it seems like it doesn't really matter which place I jump off. It leads me to the same place. But yeah, let's see. I'll go back to the second one again. I'm not sure if that's the fastest one to get onto a boat in an area. But at this point, if it's in the third one, it's probably going to take about as much time to get to the third one. So I'll just go to the second one again. So explore more with jumping off the boat. Why is it not different between? I'm assuming I've only jumped off the boat twice. Once to try it out, and once when you just saw it there. And it looked like it was the same area as when I did it the first time. However, it may be that I just happened to jump off the boat in the same place as I did the first time. I don't remember which area I jumped off the boat in. So let me give it a try. I didn't? Okay. Why is it not different between areas? So both places went to the same area. Okay. Thank you for that. So the reason I would think that it leads to the same place is everywhere else is no longer loaded into the system. because in the real, when you go into the darkness or into a tunnel and the darkness appears, it unloads everything and then reloads it, which is in between the unloading and the reloading is where you jump off. So it would make sense that there is only one place to fall into because there is only, I guess, one place that exists at that point, other than the boat and you. And that place that exists seems to be the Forbidden Libraries and the Vault. Or not necessarily the Vault, but the seals for the Vault, I guess. So we do this, and we're here again. So this is the one with the seals, because I recognize the light coming down from above that you can't turn off. This would be the first Forbidden Library, the second Forbidden Library because it's probably with the tower, and the third Forbidden Library because it's the large building. Was one of the locations different? I'm uncertain. I did do a full circuit on the boat one time, and that led me to the docks of the Seals. Why is that a name for one location? I mean, that's... Where am I getting my bearings here? That's this one, the one I was looking at. Like, this seems to be where I can get a unblemished copy of whatever is... Okay, so over there, I believe, is where I would normally enter. And you know what? Since I'm here, I can't actually step off there. There we go. So I think this is where I'm supposed to go for the falling down trick. That will allow me to do this. But why is it the name for one location? I'm not sure. But I know that over there. No. Yeah, over there is where I would enter if I entered the through the vault flame. So, yes, I think so. I did go to the vault and I did try to open it. A light shone out of it, and I did learn something from that. I don't remember exactly what I learned, but it's in my note in the computer notes somewhere. And I've probably made use of it. I don't know. All right, that has extinguished something. Oh. Let me just double check around here before I leave the island. Gave you locations to the burn slides. Yes. Okay. One of the seals was removed. Okay. Um, I may have to just look at the notes again to remind myself, because I it takes me. Oh, that just turns that off, I guess. Interesting. Oh, but there goes my boat back over there. Okay, so this is the one, like, okay, one of the second seal is removed when I did that. Yeah, I just noticed that as you said that. Okay, so that's what that's doing. I guess that's interesting, because I thought I was looking for a 5-digit code to do something, but I guess I'm not. All right. And so if this was falling in from the ceiling, or using the glitch off the boat, this one is the one where I have to figure out how to be dead while in here. So this one over here, let me just turn on some of these lights so I can see where I'm walking. If I set this down there, go over here, this shows platforms. Went to 3 Forbidden Archives. All the codes were burned. That is right. No, that's the dam breaking. I don't need to leave yet. Um, and I assumed those were like I have seen 2 separate places where things like that were. Oh, hold on. I haven't seen B. Okay, those all looks the same here. But I have never seen one of these in this view before. I was thinking maybe the correct thing was marked somehow, but doesn't seem that way. But yeah, okay, so now I have to figure out what to do about these bridges. Because obviously I can't jump there. So there has to be some way to move these into alignment. So let me go get my light again. Oh, actually, since one of the seals are now gone, can I open this wider? Or is this just going to show me this again? So yeah, this is the guy I think is trapped in the vault because he's wearing red. He's the one that saw the vision in the first place. And I think this is just showing me about the 2 lights. And at this point, I can't really do anything. I have to watch through it. Yeah. One of the reels showed that when the signal of the eye first was discovered, I believe this guy in the red robe was the one that saw the vision first. Saw the uh, because they uh, everything they do is with light and darkness. So the signal went out. It was detected by their little telescope thing, and then showed him the vision of the eye. Uh, but okay, and I can't rotate that anymore. No, I didn't mean to look at this again. Um, okay, I figure you're trying to give me hints without giving something away. Um, oops. Can I skip this anyway? Oh, I just move. There we go. I guess I can stop viewing that. Let's see here. Nope, I figured out how to escape it. Enough hitting buttons until something worked is pretty much how to escape it. And then this leads up to the way in. Right? Does it not call it? Oh, here it comes. It's just a long way. What is the theme? I guess the theme would be light and dark. Um, if it's the actual eye that's referring to, first of all, I've never been in here without actually being here, so I wanted to see if there's something in here. Okay, that does not line up with that. I thought that might be something that drops down there. Yes, one of the glitches removed the seal. We'll remove a seal. So let me go back down here and think about this. So I have 2 seals to remove. This one over here, and I may need to look at my notes and remind myself of something that I may have forgotten. So I got to that island the first time, took that across, used that to turn that off. I don't think there's any way to get to that one except for the invisible bridges. Went to the archives and got the codes. There were in the room that this light showed me, there were 5 pictures. 3 of them were supposedly that code, and that code. One of them was a code for the ship that they built that closed off the eye signal. And the fifth one was where the codes hold. Um, Two of the five were. The three for these were burned away, as all the others I've seen. Um, but there were two codes. You know what? Let me just get back to this world. And let me show you. So, I'm sure we're getting pretty close to the end of the cycle at this point anyway. Speaking of, you think you can find the codes not destroyed and where? You, you know, that's kind of what I've been thinking about. Okay, so one of the codes, where am I looking? One of the codes was for that building, right? No. There's a building over here that leads to the control for the ship that they built. The other code that was intact led to the one in this building, which is the slide burning building, which is across from the bridge that has never been intact. Correct. The two codes I found was for this building and this building, which this building, the code for that I've found in two separate places, which is the first intact code that I've found in multiple places. So, since I'm thinking about it, next cycle, I'm gonna go in through this entrance and try to get over here as quick as possible. The onion and bird, yeah. The onion. I suppose it looks kind of like an onion. I kind of saw it as a hand with laser fingers. Or is the onion their entire ship? I don't know. But here, let me just go back here. Because here are all my notes. Just saw it as an onion. That's fair. Alright, so one of the codes I just have in my mind because I've seen it enough. And this was the other code. So this... Why were the other codes burned? I would assume because they're the codes to unlock the vault. And they don't want the vault unlocked, or the person in the vault doesn't want it unlocked. And ask them, well, I'm thinking, just with how events would happen, they wouldn't put the codes on a tablet if they didn't want to use it. And how am I supposed to get them? And that's something I've kind of been trying to figure out, is how to get so okay, maybe the codes aren't important. Not the best landing I've done, but it worked. Okay, so this time I'm entering in this way because I want to check something out. Because I've never been here early enough to be able to do so. I've been putting this one off for a little bit. And I think you're correct. The codes might not be important because now that I saw that just extinguishing the light removes the seals. I'm thinking those 3 codes might not be important anymore. So let's see if I can get over here real quick. Oh, oh, oh. All right. So this was sun, eye, fire, eye, fire. Is this what you were thinking was an onion? This little thing on the wall? Or this thing you think is an onion? I'm just trying something. The one on the wall? Okay. Because to me, that kind of looks like a claw with laser fingers. But okay, good to keep on track with that. Okay, so through all that trouble to dodge the strangers, but it was for nothing. I mean, I wouldn't say it was for nothing. I dodged all the strangers to learn about the glitches, I think. Um, yeah, I learned about the glitches. I saw the intact reels. Um, oh, there's the little satellite orbiting our solar system. What do the glitches mean? I think the glitches um, are the way that at this point uh, I need to make use of each glitch to remove a seal. So I removed one seal, and before I did it, I didn't know that I was removing a seal. I was thinking that it would reveal a code to open the seal, which effectively is the same thing. Um, and why? Because there is something in, because I'm curious. There is something in the vault, um, and I would like to see it. Oh, there's a star going out. Uh, as for the overall story, I don't really know. Has the I think it just seems to be going slow since I'm waiting for this to happen. Yes, that's true. A galaxy die. The overall story. I'm just try stuff. I will. Um, kind of waiting for the power to go out. And I think it seems like it's taking a while just because I am just waiting. My other option... Okay. Not enough time to do that. I wanted to see if I could get on this side of the ship and look around. But I'll have to do that a different way. So... But I also wanted to come in here thinking that maybe this gets destroyed when that electrical thing happens. This side of the ship. So earlier I was looking at this. So this this side of the ship has solar panels. And if I come out here, you can see all the green panels there. Those are the solar panels. Like, this civilization was working off of renewable energy. So they've got their solar panels there. They've got hydropower there. And they've got steam power over here because all of these panels through the tunnels are heaters. So it's heating up the water in there, probably for some reason. I don't exactly know. Can I see them all the time? See what all the time? Sorry, I'm not sure what you're referencing to because I was kind of going on about talking about things. Can I see the sails from the start? So when I fly to the stranger to begin with, I enter over here because these big beams are what I am having to dodge whenever I come through. So I don't... I believe I'm already past them by the time the stranger comes into view. I haven't actually turned around to look, though. So I am uncertain. We kind of go through a similar thing as in the, like traveling between the tunnels. You know, everything goes dark. So, and then we appear, and I think that's just the cloaking mechanic around the stranger. However, look for it next time. I will. Well, I will look for it the time after next time, because next time I'm going to approach from this side. Because the first time I got here, and actually, you know what, I don't have to wait for that. I think I have some time. Let me get in the boat over here. So the first time I arrived from this side. So I want to go over here and do this. So we'll take this, go over the dam. I think I still have plenty of time before it breaks. And I'll see if I can exit over to that side. So I believe the first time I came in was through that building right there. Sure hope this doesn't break while I'm on it. Actually, you know what? I don't need to sail anywhere at that point. I can just do this. And this is going to go really bad if the dam breaks in the next few seconds. Still haven't learned their language, but I think at this point, there is no learning their language. So, I believe this is the side of the ship that I entered in the first time. Yep, it will be jetpack time. However, now that I'm over here and have learned things since being here, I want to take a look around back here. All right, there is no elevator. I'll take a look around over there, and then I'm gonna head out that way. Have a look around. Okay, doesn't look like there is... Have I talked to Hal in the museum, who made the translator tool for them? I have not, actually. I didn't realize that that was the one. I suppose there would be one that did make it. I will do that on the next loop. Alright, so... Get out of the light a little bit. A little more scary, it seems. Can't actually see much over here. This seems like it might be easier in the ship itself. Kind of sailing toward the center, if I can. I do have to be careful, because I only have a limited amount of energy. But it's just too dark over here, I think. So, let me meditate. What am I looking for? Okay, so, in that room that controlled the onion, it showed that the onion was launched from the side of the ship opposite of the solar panel, or at least that's what it looks like, according to the diagram. I wanted to look at that side of the ship to see if I could learn any... Where am I going? This way. I wanted to see if I could learn anything about the onion from outside of the ship. But it doesn't look like there's much there. So that might just be a dead end. But I still want to look for a launch pad. Yeah. Because I don't think that, at least it seems, like the onion itself has no bearing on opening up the vault. I don't think. But it could have bearing on a alternate ending of some sort. Like perhaps if I allowed the eye's signal to go out again, maybe it would affect something. That sort of thing. I think I'm still going the right way. Going to the observatory? Did I miss it? I may have missed it while looking at chat, while talking to you. Hold on. Here. Yeah, here we are. This entrance. How? I was just about to come find you. Look, look, look. You've got to see... Okay, this guy is just talking about the statue. They used to be closed, probably should have started with that, and now they've opened. Not sure why they opened since no one actually saw it happen. This is huge news. Should someone tell Gabbro or maybe Rybeck? Oh stars, this is so exciting, it makes my stomach hurt. Okay. Hal, can you help me translate this new alien language I found? A new language? Yes, absolutely. Stars above, you bet I can. Just give me, let's call it 100 samples, some form of epigraphical codex, and 6 months, and I should have a vague gist of the sort of graphemes this new language is working with. Gosh, I can't wait to get started. So the answer is yes. Yes, he can. Now, if only I could attach his mind to one of these statues and go through 180 some cycles, he'd have it done. Just give me 6 months, exactly. It's like the autopilot. It works, and just gives a bit to make it work better. So, okay. Oh. Stuck on something. Let me get to the ship. Tried to finish the interloper before the DLC. Oh, okay. I can certainly give that a try. Might not be tonight though. It might be next week because we've got about 10 minutes left. So, well, okay. I say 10 minutes. 10 minutes until I would usually end, but I will end at the end of this cycle. I will do this last cycle. It will impact the story. Just okay. Then I will do so. What I wanted to start with is no info, just do that. Okay. I will. What I'm going to do for the moment, though, and let's see what happens if I... Okay, so I can still target the stranger. Sailing right past. I do find it hilarious, though, that the stranger has been right in front of us the entire time. Like every single time you launch, the stranger's right there. Amazing stream when I'm at, well, I stream Sunday through Thursday, but I stream different games each day. So I'm streaming this again next week. But and you can see what I'm streaming. You can go to the Twitch channel. I have my schedule posted there. But Sunday I stream Hades, Gorogoa. Not familiar with that term. Sorry. Okay, now that I'm on this side, though, I'm gonna approach the stranger. See this. See if this is different, or if it brings me a short puzzle game. Okay, I will add it to my list of games to try out. Is it free, or is it something I'm gonna have to wait for it to go on sale for? Gorogoa. It's on Steam, not free. Okay, well, then it may have to wait until it goes on sale. Okay, so I wanted to approach from this side. Do have headlights on. So I guess there really isn't much here. $5. Okay. Well, then I probably won't worry about how much it is then. So this is probably where they launched the thing from. Oh, oh, donk. Okay, I just wanted to have a look here. And, alright, let me sail away from it. See if I can find the interloper. The interloper. Wrong button. There we go. Oh, was that? Okay. I thought it was a separate ship because, like, one of the reels shows it, like, containing the eye's signal. I thought I'll have to take a look at it again. I thought it was a separate ship that sailed off and just is constantly keeping the eye's signal enclosed. I'll have to look at that, the playback of that reel again. All right. So here we are. While I'm here, let me just take a look at these notes. This mode. Where would that have been? Not really sure. I'll have to take a closer look at these notes in between sessions. That and time's not passing while I'm looking at that, so I'm gonna stay in the ship for the moment because of gravity changes. I suppose this would be its first orbit. Did the return the spaceship on Ember Twin? On Ember Twin? Is that in my notes somewhere? Ash Twin. Someone said we entered the comet. Yes, okay. Yes. I wasn't sure where the note came from. I do remember a note saying that a couple of them went on their ship to explore this place. And I have been here several times trying to to figure things out. Um, and again, I'm staying in the ship because I don't want gravity to just launch me off somewhere. So as soon as I hear the ice cracking, I will leave the ship. Now, where is it? Hello, sun. That's not good. Um, well, I missed my window. I walked the wrong way. I thought I was walking the right way, and now it's too late. All right, one more try. One more try. I'll go a little bit later because I just screwed that up. Small planner just walking. That's true. Well, the problem is I thought I was walking in the correct direction. I just apparently was not. All right, I'm gonna try it again. Not in my spaceship, or I don't have my suit on, so I don't have access to a map. Let's go get my suit on. All right. The Interloper. Mark that. I get mixed up where I'm going sometimes. There's the Stranger. I want the Interloper. Yeah, let's autopilot to the Interloper right now. No, let's get the sun out of the way. Just walk forward. I mean, I thought I was facing the right way, but then, I turned around, left the ship, and suddenly forgot which way I was supposed to be walking. Okay, so this should be its first orbit. I should have plenty of time to get inside and find my way into the center. Okay. So at this point, it is right over there. So all I should have to do is step out and walk that way. As soon as it starts, melting, which should happen shortly. And again, staying inside the ship because it's safer. Fuel's all full, oxygen's full, health is full, gravity crystals intact. I haven't actually looked around the ship too much yet. So I'm just kind of, I guess, having a look. Obviously, their choice of food is marshmallows. There we go. I am now inside. Alright, so this is the bad way to go. And I think this is where I get confused as to where to go. Because obviously, there's a tree here. I have tried each of these, and I have looked at this thing too. Yes, I have been this far before. I've been, like, one of these. So, one of them leads around to here, to that one. That's a dangerous one. Launch the scout. I suppose that's true. Launch the scout, see... Oops. That's a bad way to go. Then it ends up here. So, not that way. This way splits. It took the left side, and I believe this is where I want to go. Because this... I mean, it leads somewhere. Top off. Test the other? Sure, why not? This is a bad way. And this is the one that leads back to the entrance. Over there. This one has no hazards? That looks like a hazard. Test this one. Oh. Right. That. I know that there's a split. Wait. This one. This is the one I'm thinking of. And I think this. Yes. I have been here before. Love the slide. And then this is where I was getting stuck because I was trying to get down there because I have done this before. This is the ruptured core. This is how I got the information the first time. Is I sent a probe down there and had to look around. So, is there another way? So, Let's just have a look around. Like, it's really confusing. So maybe up there? The other way to go? Yeah. There, I mean, it looks like there's a ledge up there of some sort. And gravity is pretty low. So what do we have up here? This. Okay, so right, left. Still going. But it is underneath me. It's just tumbling all around. Okay, so it looks like this probably leads down there. But the right one, go through the left one. Oop. Right? Wish I could control it. But then again, I may be able to pass through one of them without dying and just getting slightly hurt. I mean, let's just, so I know right is okay. Left is probably okay. And I hope nothing else. This is... That's dangerous over there. So... this way. Oh. All right. I don't know if I'm going the wrong way. I may have just returned to where I started. I just returned to where I'm started. I got turned around somewhere. All right, right, left, and we're in this big one, but I don't see. Keep going. Yeah. All right, let's try this again. Let's not be turned around. So right. Left. And that's the big danger area right there. All right, so this is the big cavern. Yep, I'm taking it slow at this point because I cannot go that way, because that's dangerous. Nope. Oop. I'm running low on oxygen. Hello. Well, I made it here. I'm running low, but there's something I can probably learn here. Because time pauses when I'm reading. The spherical stone casing here seems to be the source of the energy readings. No, rather the source is what's within the stone. I'm detecting some form of exotic matter. The stone is muting our energy readings. They should be 10 times what they're seeing, at least. Hi, I don't think that's... I don't think we want this matter interacting with us. As far as I can tell, direct contact with it would almost certainly be fatal. I've never encountered anything like this casing, but it's all that's protecting us from what's inside. Worse still, this matter is disturbingly volatile, and I assume this conversation is happening before this explodes. Pi, whatever the matter inside the stone casing is, it's more than just profoundly unstable. It's under tons of pressure. Look at this density scan. I've never seen anything this tightly compacted before. What is this? This is orders of magnitude worse than I'd imagined. If this stone were to rupture, the lethal matter within it would rapidly expand, completely blanketing the star system almost instantaneously. And the pressure is still building at it as the comet approaches the star system. Okay, so they went out to it, I suppose, before it got to the system. Return to the shuttle right now. The rest of our friends need to know they're in terrible danger. Leave your equipment and run. What are you doing, Pi? The more we know about this alien matter, the better our chances of survival. I will learn what I can here. Go, warn the others. Maybe they can construct shelter somehow. Now, Poke. Poke? I don't know if it's Poke or Poke. I've been saying Poke, but it could be Poke. But, alright. Meditate. And I suppose I'll know in a moment when I check the records, but was that all I needed to find here? Because now I will be able to get here much faster now that I know the way I need to go. But let's check the notes anyway. Alright, there is still more to find out here. No, it went away. The comet. So the Nomite traced the strange energy readings to the spherical stone casing filled with some form of exotic matter. They determined the exotic matter was both lethal and under extreme pressure. If the stone were to rupture, the exotic matter within would rapidly expand, completely blanketing the solar system almost instantaneously. One of the Nomai stayed behind to examine the alien matter, while the other rushed back to the surface to warn the rest of the Nomai. And by the looks of it, they didn't make it back. The records also kind of give the same feeling because they arrived there. Maybe it got too close to the sun the first time, exploded, um, and of course caused the tragedy of everything afterwards. Um, the core is a rupture core. It did its thing. That yeah, that's true. It did rupture. But by the sounds of it, it sounded like it was unruptured when they found it, and in the amount of time that they discovered it was going to explode at some point, and basically in the amount of time for the one Nomai to get up to the crack uh, that we saw, it exploded, so they didn't get very far. And then, of course, that's what ended the entire civilization of Nomai. Um, but one survived, kind of. They're dead and yet not dead. So it was unruptured, and they died shortly after finding the core, since they were still inside. Um, then just to be sure, so I need to find the shuttle again and find out what else was there. But yeah, this like they finished their project mostly. Like they finished it to a point where it would work, but before they got to use it themselves, or I suppose they got it to theoretically work, but because the sun station didn't do what it was supposed to, minor info from the shuttle. Okay. Um, since the sun station wasn't going to be able to do what it was supposed to, and there were also some objections to the usage of the sun station, their project never activated. So they wouldn't be able to use it themselves, really, except for the one person that was connected to it. Um, I suppose if they had connected to it, they would have been in a similar. Well, no, they. Hmm. Because the one Nomai was on the moon at the time, on the wandering moon at the time, that might be why. The only reason why they survived is because they were in a state of existence and non existence at the same time. They went to the comet straight after knowing what the sun station did. Yeah, exactly. So, uh, all but the one that was currently connected to the system never were never able to connect to it because they didn't have time, they didn't know what was about to happen, that sort of thing. Um, but moving forward to the somewhat present day, um, we as the main characters were able to connect to one because the project was active, or something happened that triggered the emergency activation. Solanum is weird. No comment, but a lot of the that's fair. That's fair. She is a bit weird. Um, and then of course the two Harthians, the main character, us, and Gabo, I think, the one on in the big water planet. The one that teaches you how to meditate. Gabbro. That's right. Sorry, I was close. um, so that's well, actually, close enough. Okay. Solanum, I don't think is actually connected to it. I may have been misremembering that because when you see the view of the room of the active statues, there are three active statues. There's the statue you find as the main character. There's the statue that Gabbro finds on one of the floating islands. And then there's the statue that the system itself is using to send information or to retrieve information from the probe or something like that. Um, so Solanum might not actually be connected. They just are existing and non existing. Um, so I am glad that you helped me find this for sure, because this was a big one I was trying several times to find, and I just wasn't able to. Stat, your statue, Gabbro statue, probe cannon. Yeah, there we are. Um, was there another question mark somewhere? I don't think so. I think the only question mark left is the sealed vault over here. Everything else I have, I'm guessing, a minor thing to find in Feldspar's camp. Um, the lake bed cave was the one where you had to turn off the light to use the quantum entanglement to get to a cave that told you stuff. I have to do that one, yeah, and that's fine. Uh, oh, but here's the question mark one. The sun station I never went to. Um, I think I can use one of these towers. I believe it's this big one right over here because each tower has a or is built as a symbol for where you can teleport to. So the tallest one leads to the sun station, and then as you go around, you get to further planets away. I believe is how it goes. So I think there's some minor stuff that I still need to find, but it's not necessary to the story. Check all the towers, just test them all. And I will, you know. Um, but back months ago when I was doing this, I was a little more worried about not making progress than I am nowadays. So I've learned to slow down a little bit, not worry about if I'm making progress, just trying to figure things out. And of course, hints from y'all in chat are certainly helpful, and I appreciate that you're you're giving hints but not actually telling me the solution, um, that sort of thing. And with that, I was able to finally learn the specifics about the ruptured core, um, and eventually we'll learn about the sealed vault. Had to look for some hints personally. Okay, well, I mean, and the other thing too is like I find these little hints, but because I am streaming this once a week, I have an entire week to think about it, and I came very close to looking up at looking a guide up because before I found these three map projections, I was stuck. Maybe use the signal scope. Yeah, yeah. I I can understand that. And I've been trying to use the signal scope several times in the DLC. I don't think there is anything that I can make use of it. Um, but I could be wrong. But yeah, and I was just stuck, and I was going through these dream worlds, as I call them. Um, which one was it? The not the Cinder Isles, but the Dreamverse, the Shrouded Woodlands, the Starlit Cove, and the Endless Canyon. I was going through these three places without knowing any of this extra stuff. So when I was going into the Shrouded Woodlands, I was going over to the island where they were patrolling. Base game is very important, and that is true. Um, like, uh, I am going to do the ending of the game several times in the future because um, I'm sure I'm going to get some sort of ending with the DLC. I'm sure I'm going to get some sort of ending. I might have to do several things in the DLC quickly, and then get to the ending of the main game to fill out some extra stuff in the museum. For that ending, maybe get one of these Owlks to join the crew in that last song that they play together. I think that would be interesting. Hearing a an additional instrument added to everything else, like the Nomai did, which I thought was wonderful. I thought it was great. Um, but I think that there is a lot, or I don't want to say a lot. I think there's a couple extra things to find out after you beat the main story, after you get a basic ending. I think that there is some other. What is my reading on the ending right now? Okay, so just to rehash to myself, and so you know what ending I saw. You get to the forest at the end of the game, where all the lights are all over the place, trees appear. You have to collect all the instruments to gather everyone up for a song. You gather them up, you ask each one to play, and then the eye activates. Um, whether it is destroying the universe and then remaking it, or just remaking a universe that is dying. Um, I think it's a renewing the cycle because uh, what does it mean for me? I'm not sure yet. I wanted, I want to think about it after I am done with everything. Not just done with the main story. Although I suppose there might be a change in my thoughts depending on what happens in the DLC. So, I'm not sure really because I am personally not a what it was the right term. Like I don't really believe in it's supposed to be thought about. Just embrace the thinking. And that's true. Um, I don't necessarily believe in like reincarnation or life after death or things like that. I'm more of a science minded person than a faith-minded person, I guess. So anything that has to do with belief in something, I have a little bit of a hard time grasping or, well, believing, I guess. Um, so, you know, I I'm not really sure. It's something I'd have to think about, and it is one of those things that you can think for a long time about, and not necessarily up with a. First of all, there is no right answer. I don't think. Um, it's just a matter of what conclusions you take from it, I guess. Um, but for me, as a more science-minded person, I take it as whether it's the universe ending and then the eye reboots it, starts it up again, or if it's as the uh, owls see it, the eye is destroying everything and then rebuilding it. I don't know which is true. Like, perhaps the fact that they sealed off the signal to the eye is what's destroying the universe. So maybe the universe was being uh, prolonged by the signal. I don't know. Um, but like for some reason or another, the universe is fading, and the eye has been uh, in one of the notes of the Nomai, or maybe it was one of the Harthian's notes. I think it was a Nomai note. Um, the eye is older than the universe. So this isn't the first time that this has happened. Uh, the eye, I suppose, is supposed to represent like probably creation, destruction, everything like that. I don't know. It is a lot to think on, and uh, I I I would need more time to think about it. I think so. I guess that is my take on the game currently. Um, and that may change uh, when I finally uh, finish up the DLC. I feel I am really close. Uh, what I have left to do, I have to unlock the like at least according to this, I have all the information I need. I just need to enact it. So I think I need to um, unseal the vault, open it up, see what information I learned there. That's probably going to be the end of the game. Um, as you saw, I opened the second seal. I need to figure out how to open the first and third seals. Currently, my problem that I need to think about are the bridges that are invisible and at different levels. So I need to either figure out how to bring them all to the same level or find a way to jump up on top of it and use it to move across. And then I need to. What is the knowledge I have? Why is it important? I'm not sure. Again, I think I need the week to think on it. Um, but like the bridge with the light on it, I need to think on how to use that glitch. I need to figure out a way to be in the dream realm, and if you're not going to act today, let's hope you get there next week. I I will definitely try. You know, um, I'm loving the game a lot, but I do need to find my way to the end. So I think I think within the next session or two, I think two at most, I will be at the end of the DLC. But what I hope is next session, I will be able to figure things out. Um, the rumor mode is telling you that you have most of the info, and that's true because there aren't any of these little dots next to any of this in here. So I have all the information to figure it out. I just need to figure it out at this point. And as I was saying, I need to figure out those invisible bridges, and I need to figure out how to enter the dream world and be dead at the same time. So those are what I'm primarily going to focus on for thinking over the next week, and hopefully I will come up with something. Um, but again, I have the puzzle pieces, so just know that. Well, thank you. Uh, yeah, with that, I suppose I will call it a night. Uh, Glad you enjoyed it. Feel free to show up next week, or any other day is fine as well if I'm playing a game you'd like to watch. And yeah, I will talk to you all next time. Have a good night.